And welcome everybody to the Daily Space Weather. The most common feature of the Smash News Network, least busted name in news: leave the fraud, nonsense, propaganda, and fear-mongering behind, and join us to go in depth into things like space weather. So we're looking at 171 angstroms and colorized magnetogram here from the Solar Dynamics Observatory. There was a coronal mass ejection. We'll be making a second video about that. It emanated from this area right here. You can actually see the filament ejecting right there, showing up as an absorption feature. It's quite spectacular. Solar activity has actually been kind of low here, ramping down a bit in the past couple of days. Check it out. This time we're showing ionized carbon, 1600 angstroms from the SDO. And yeah, a bunch of heavy elements showing up there on the surface. Of course, the last one showed iron. And we've got some composite imagery to show in our next video as well. So make sure you tune into that. It'll premiere after this. So here's another composite. This one also includes helium. So now you're looking at 304, 1600, and 171 angstroms. Ionized helium, carbon, and iron all together. So lots of rich chemistry going on in the solar corona. And you can see this filament eruption here. Quite spectacular, associated with a C-class flare, it looks like. Let's blast through some more information. First, a close-up of sunspot 2965. Still the most interesting portion of the closest star, the most likely place to see major flares. We see a little bit of incongruity there in the wavelengths. It's not because the sun is weirdly rotating, it's just because all the imagery doesn't always align when we put them all together like that. Still spectacular imagery. The radio flux down to 107 solar flux units. There's the one-year chart. The black line here is the 10.7 centimeter radio flux. Space weather enthusiast dashboard. NOAA not forecasting any important space weather events like geomagnetic storms or geomagnetic unrest. Let's take a moment to talk about Mensa-ing. Yeah, Mensa. Make Earth not suck again. It's part of the reason why we have a channel. We noticed Earth's been sucking in the past few years. We're trying to reduce the suckage by putting out good content that makes sense and perhaps even advances the science. So we invite you to Mensa, Make Earth Not Suck Again. Pick up some merch, perhaps. You can find links below the video, as well as on our homepage at smashomash.com. It's up to you to make Earth not suck again, so please do your part. There's our homepage. It's been recently revamped. Did you know we're in the process of writing a paper to explain the mechanism underlying the solar polar field and sunspot cycles? Yeah, it's pretty serious. The 7 magnitude earthquake drought has ended yesterday with a 7.3 off the coast of the main island of Japan, Honshu, and there's the epicenter of that. South of Sendai Bay. And if you're a member of the Smash team, you would have received an email push if you were on the email alerts list. We sent out the email, the UNESCO alert, within minutes of it showing up. So consider becoming a member of the Smash team. Smashomash.com/Smash team. There's our daily GDAX report. That is for paying gold and silver members. Silver members receive all kinds of additional information, and gold members receive even more than that. Cutting-edge cosmology, what we're doing behind the scenes. Silver level gets all kinds of disaster reports, and the serious disaster reports, they go to everybody, so sign up to the email list if you want those. So that 7.3 magnitude quake was preceded by 2 minutes by a 6.5. So there's a prime example of how a large quake can be a foreshock, folks. 6.5 first, and then only 2 minutes later, 7.3. The 7.3 occurred at 1436 Universal Time. And of course, many aftershocks in the area. Not far from Fukushima. What the Fukushima just happened there? I think there was an earthquake. We also saw a 5.8 in Iran, so major earthquake uptick there. With 6s, large 5s in places where it's not all that common, a 5.1 in China. China. That earthquake was made in China. Okay, China. China. Also saw 4.7 in the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. If we miss anything on our list here, let us know in the comments. We consider the videos to be a collaborative effort, and we consider you contributors to the content. Next, looking at volcanoes here. Let's see what's been erupting over the past 24. Manam, producing a 10,000-foot plume of volcanic ash as it explodes at Papua New Guinea. Semeru on East Java, Indonesia, exploding as well, 14,000-foot ash plume. Flight level 140 from Semeru. Fuego in Guatemala, exploding, flight level 160, that's a 16,000-foot ash plume. Nevado del Ruiz in Colombia, exploding, 23,000-foot ash plume, flight level 230 from Nevado del Ruiz. Sangay exploding, flight level 200. And a flight level 150 from Revenador. Those are both located in Ecuador. 20,000-foot ash plume and 15,000-foot ash plume, respectively, from Sangay and Revenador. Sabancaya, puff emissions, no indication of the size of the ash plume. Please don't pole vault the caldera. Please do press like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Make sure you view our other premiere. We'll be doing a second daily space weather video premiere. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, etc. Thanks for tuning in. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-O-Mash, signing off from the Smash News Network. Least busted name in news, may that solar wind be at your back.